Heavy pressure here by Alberta to get this started. Playing aggressive right out of the gate here. Testing out PEI. No feeling each other out for these two squads, that's for sure. As that's passed ahead. Moving forward is PEI. Beautiful dribbling by Monroe. Monroe keeps on moving. Look to slip it through. Excellent defense here by Alberta as they come back on the counterattack. It's a chance for Abibi down the wing, but it just rolls out of play as Court will look to throw it in.
Alberta, of course, you know, one of the big provinces with a big population. We expect them to do well. Bronze medalists back in 2022, and a 6-1 win over New Brunswick in that bronze medal match.
Well, there you go. They're looking to prove themselves once again here and pick up another medal in soccer. They produced Alphonso Davies, who's probably Canada's greatest soccer player. He came out of the great province of Alberta, so they know how to produce talent. And here they are looking to generate something here just outside of PEI's box as that's played back. It'll be collected by Kean Court. He'll pass that one forward. Alberta doing a great job on defense, muscling away. But now swooping in to pick it up is Harding, dropping it back, and that'll just sneak out of play.
And, you know, bronze medal last time out for Alberta. PEI finished 10th last time out. I think that's the closest 10th I've ever seen. They had a 3-0 win over Northwest Territories, a 1-0 loss against New Brunswick, a draw with Manitoba, and ended up losing the 9-10 game 2-1 to Nova Scotia, as close as you can be, and just didn't get the ball to go their way.
I mean, that's unbelievable, and that's what soccer's all about. You know, it's a game of inches, and we saw that in the last game. That game ended in an unfortunate way, an own goal by Manitoba. They played excellent all game, excellent defending. It was just a jumble in front of the net, so, I mean, that's the unfortunate stuff about Canada games and soccer as well.
3 and 4 days after this, I'm still going to be talking about the penalty save.
Oh, that was brilliant. Brilliant penalty stop by Manitoba goaltender.
Yeah, Voss played just out of his mind the entire time.
Thank you for swooping in and saving me there. I couldn't remember his name, but there you go. PEI now on the far side looking to generate some opportunities. Alberta will not give them an inch. We've seen lots of wing play here in the first game and now in the second game in the first 3 minutes of this one. I mean, this is a picture-perfect facility, Matt. I mean, this is beautiful.
It really, really is. You know, this is a stadium, obviously, that's been here for a very long time, but just with all of the touch-ups that have been done, the new Canada Games branding all around the stadium, it's really given the place new life, really picked it up. Absolutely beautiful here, and some beautiful football.
Well, a wonderful defensive play by Robson Massey as he'll pass that forward. The nose will drop it back and Alberta will reset. Floated high in the air and all the way down into PEI territory. Look at this foot race. That'll be picked up by Court. And it looks like Darpo was hobbling just a bit. He'll be okay. As that's passed ahead once again. Alberta looking to generate something as they go for the long ball here. That's a brilliant pass, but the flag is up and an offsides call against Alberta. We've seen a lot of those today, Matt.
We have. Yeah, Darpo for Alberta moving a little bit slowly right now, just going in for the challenge, and he got the studs right on the top of the boot there. Just, you know, innocent play, guys running in, going for the ball. These things happen. He's going to walk that off and stay in here in his striker role.
And we talked about this a bit earlier, too. I mean, you know, the wind is a big factor here in Newfoundland and Labrador, and for both of these teams to never play in this facility, I would assume, I mean, this has got to be a big adjustment for them here at this historic stadium.
Well, we certainly know it gets windy out in Alberta, too, and PEI is an island as well, so they're used to it.
Absolutely.
I recognize Newfoundland is definitely its own thing when it comes to wind, but I'm sure these teams have dealt with it a time or two.
For sure. Alberta once again resetting. Sent back to the goalkeeper, and he'll keep moving it along. Chahal passes it up. It'll be collected by Rojas. He'll drop it back to Chahal. And pass right up the gut, and here they go. Alberta with a gorgeous feed. Here comes Abebe, moving ahead. Nice touch from him. Oh my goodness, look at that fancy footwork. He'll pass it through. It'll be collected by Marchand as he moves in, and some wonderful last-ditch defending by Will Dunn of Charlottetown.
Unselfish play by Abebe. Maybe he should have been a little more selfish on that play.
Beautiful footwork from him. Now it's Welch. He'll calmly play that down. Looks to lift it into the box, and that's headed away beautifully by PEI. And Matt, they're coming in as the underdogs, but they have played really well so far.
They have indeed. We saw a lot of that in the first game, whether you were watching that with us or not. Earlier on today, it was Manitoba and Quebec. Almost said Alberta. They're on the field now. Quebec getting the 1-0 win over that. Manitoba really held a good defensive shape for the entire game. As we get our first corner here for Alberta.
So Gabeye on the corner, the man from Edmonton, Alberta, 17 years of age. Plays for BTB Soccer Club.
Yeah.
Swing that ball in right into the box. It's in. It's lifted on in front of the net. And Alberta have first blood in game 1 of Group C. And they're going to celebrate right in front of our camera.
The boys love rushing that camera down there. And why not? They are pumped. Team Alberta standing in the stands. Blue flags as far as the eye can see over there. 1-0 to Alberta. Seven-minute goal off the set piece. Beautiful header in. Looks like it kissed the bar and down.
Beautiful.
Nice touch.
Absolutely beautiful. So Ethan Darpo with the goal. Beautiful, beautiful strike from him. He tucked that one in like a fitted sheet. Great job from him. Well, PEI looking to show some gumption here. They turn the ball over as Abebe looks to bring it up the other way. Well, Abebe's team play ended up working out for him. They got the corner and they got the goal. It's Turner Albert picking the ball up. Checks his shoulder, spins away nicely. Beautiful ball lifted forward, and PEI on the attack now. It pops up in the air a couple times. PEI looking for a foul call there just outside the box, won't get it, as Gabeye, the man with the assist on the last goal, slides it ahead. It's Rojas up the middle in a great diving play. PEI hanging on here. It's only early just yet.
A good brave goalkeeping by Schmidt to come out and claim that one. You don't want to sit back in your net in a situation like that and leave anything to chance. It's a little bit tough when you see that attacker barreling in on you, but he made the right call to come out and get that ball. And as you said, Seth, it's still very, very early in this matchup. 2 40-minute halves to go, so lots of time for Prince Edward Island. And these guys are not to be taken lightly. There are a ton of these players that have been playing together for a long time. They had a very good showing, you know, in the medal round at nationals at the U15 level, and they've continued to grow together. They're no slouch despite being a tiny island, comparatively to...
You're absolutely right. Absolutely.
The other
right.
provinces. In land area, they are small.
And population as well, but let me tell you, they aren't afraid to pump out talent. That's for sure.
No, they are mighty.
Schmidt will move it along as PEI looks to bust it upfield, and away they go. Pops up high in the air. It's tracked down by Team Alberta as they have a look. Sent up in the air, McDonald on defense. Powering through his Marchand. Oh, a nice challenge there by Gabeye. And it is going to go the other way for PEI here. Looks like this is going to be a free kick.
Yep, did commit the foul, although a good slide did get mostly the ball. Just not quite enough for the official.
McDonald will pass it off. That'll be collected by Maine. And pass rolling right down the far right side there. As it bounces back ahead again, it's Campbell who will pick it up and move it forward. PEI on the attack now, looking for the through ball, and a nice defensive play by Welch. Now, oh, a heavy collision there at center field. And
yeah, absolutely. McDonald came in to get the ball, completely missed it, and just got all of the man. Big collision.
Goal scorer Ethan Darpo is down. He's quick to get to his feet. And from Edmonton, Alberta, 17 years old. He was a 2023 national champion. So good guy to have on that roster, Matt.
Not bad at all. there's a lot of these guys with a lot of individual awards for Alberta. Some teams shared a lot of information before the games. Some shared a little bit less. I've got a ton of notes about the Alberta team.
Absolutely, they definitely helped us out, so a shout out to them. As they look to make something happen here, they're just going to let the ball roll out and collect themselves with a throw-in.
The ball was just thrown in by number 2, Welch. In a social media post, it says, "I can do a backflip. I hope he scores a goal today. Yes. I want to see that."
You're absolutely right. That would be the Selly of the tournament, for sure. I did not know that. Well, there you go. That's why Matt Little's with me, folks.
No pressure on him to do the backflip, but anyway.
You should have DM'd him on social media and said, if you score today, please do a backflip for us. Merchant on the pressure as that's nicely cleared by PEI, and here they come. Monroe turning that ball over, was picked up by Agbolo. Will make its way back to Alberta once again as they'll reset. Lake Morrison will pass it off. Sent ahead for Rojas. Rojas collects again, and looks like the referee is talking to number 12, Jake Campbell here as he heads over. Not quite sure what happened there.
Never want to guess about exactly what's going on there, but he'll be quickly attended to and back on the pitch, I'm sure. So whatever's wrong, he didn't seem to notice what it was. It was just the official that stopped it.
So PEI playing with 10 men here for a couple moments as that's launched forward. Headed away nicely. Now Abebe looking to play it forward. Will be collected by Turner Albert, and PEI looking to move it forward. Now that's coughed up. Nice job by Alberta. But PEI, beautiful footwork there by Turner Albert once again, and that'll be reset back to the netminder, Anders Schmidt.
Yeah, Turner Albert making some quick moves down there with those feet.
We got Cujo after hours.
Chipped up ahead, headed away, and it will be picked back up by PEI. Down the left-hand side, here they come, a nice chop. Can they get the backspin on it as it's collected once again by Shahal and cleared way out. It'll stay in the stadium, luckily, and not go into Rennie's River and into Kitty Vitty Lake eventually and interfere with the canoe kayak.
Yep, that's true. We were only a couple of meters away from the stream and behind us.
Goal kick here for Alberta. PEI not too happy about that. They're starting to crack through Alberta's defense here, Matt.
I mean, we saw this in the first game, and it's really to be expected every time one of these teams goes on starting out, you know, playing your first game on this big stage. Sometimes it's going to take a few minutes to settle into the game, get the nerves out, and really be where you want to be. Start making the right decisions, making the right moves, and PEI making them now.
Well, here's an opportunity for them as it's Will Dunn who couldn't quite get it through. The people over there on the deck of that yellow house better watch out that that ball don't come flying into their kitchen.
I'm sure they've had to dig a few out of the yard over time.
Absolutely. Played it to the box once again. Alberta doing a nice job of clearing it. Now they move forward. Nate McDonald hard on the pressure here. Beautiful turn by Alberta, but PEI will step up and they'll get a foul call in their favor here. We're just about 15 minutes in to the first half of this game. 1-0 Alberta. Matt, what have you seen so far?
Well, right now what I see is I'm looking up at the scoreboard and it still says 0-0. That was absolutely a goal for Alberta, right?
It was. It definitely was.
Just checking. Want to make sure I haven't gone crazy.
It would have been pretty heartbreaking if it wasn't. I mean, that Selly was pretty cool. The goal was pretty nice. But
yeah, our boys in the truck have it right. The graphic on your screen says 1-0 Alberta. If you see the scoreboard in the background here at the stadium, it says 0-0, but I assure you Alberta did score.
Dribbles just out of play here, and it will go Alberta's way. As they have a look. See if they can build something up here from their own half. Delightfully played across. They're looking, scanning. Look for a Bebe. He's wide open. Look at that wing. What a brilliant pass. And here's an opportunity. It's Welch. Can he do his backflip here? He's got a good scoring chance. Welch will drop it back to a Bebe. Back to Welch once again. He flips it in, and that's knocked away by PEI. That was picked up by Manoz and reset by Alberta. Pass back at center and moved along by Massey. Massey over to Agbola. Now it's Gabeye. Gabeye. Beautiful pass into the box, but cleared away nicely, and maybe a chance. An opportunity here for Rojas, worth a shot, but he drags it just wide to the left.
A couple of great opportunities for Alberta. PEI still down a man. Campbell is now standing ready to return to the field, just needs the wave on from the referee. But Prince Edward Island's been down a man for like 5 or 6 minutes here.
Well, I'm on the broadcast team, and I kind of forgot that they were down a man. That's how good they've been playing. So can't wait till Campbell gets back in action. Beautiful passing by Alberta here. Nice tiki-taka football. Just like prime Barcelona here as they make their way up the pitch.
Good team to emulate.
Yes, absolutely. So Campbell being waved to come back onto the pitch. Alberta's power play is over as that's played in. It'll be scooped up by Schmidt. As he'll move it along once again for Maine. Ooh, almost coughed up there in front of the cage as that's moved along.
A good pressure by Darpo. He is not afraid to go after it.
Alberta's been playing pretty aggressive so far in this game. Abebe in good scoring position. Alberta going to take a crack on net, but Schmidt will come out, scoop it up, and tell PEI to settle down just a bit.
And now with Campbell back on the field, they should be able to regain their shape, hopefully get where they want to be. You do naturally get a little bit more defensive when you start to have fewer players, especially against a team that is clearly so offensively gifted as Alberta's shown here in the opening 19 minutes. You know, these guys see any sort of opening, they are flying toward that net.
You're absolutely right. PEI been pinned in their own end, but they've been in this game. I mean, they've been playing fantastic so far, so let's hope that they can keep it this way. That's reset and thumped ahead by Morrison. Morrison with a great ball. Gabeye catching up. Wrestling Maine to the ground there as Gabeye takes over. Tries to cross it in, and now another scoring opportunity for Alberta here.
Second corner of the match for Alberta, and we know what happened on the first one.
So let's see what they can do here. Second corner of the match. They're 1 for 1 so far. Whipped into the box, high in the air. Moves its way in, and it's dragged just wide of the goal.
Good try, good job to get up and win that aerial duel, just not able to direct it on target.
Well, what a show we saw last night at the opening ceremonies, Matt. Absolutely incredible. I gotta say, Alberta was pretty well dressed. They were in all blue last night, and it became a kitchen party. All the athletes were up dancing around, having a good time, and that's what we love to see, and that's what our province that we're so proud of is all about as a Newfoundlander and Labrador. And I was really happy to see everyone enjoying our music, enjoying our culture last night on the national stage.
There were some good looks all around last night. All the teams have their, specific colors, their specific branding. They look good. I'm looking forward to, you and I are going to be at rugby tomorrow at Swiler's Park. And the Manitoba women's team has some brand new jerseys they're debuting tomorrow.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I want to get to see those.
Well, just a quick history lesson for everyone. The opening ceremonies of the 1977 Canada Games here in St. John's were held at the old field next to the Ack Arena, which was known as Canada Games Park, and that was held on Sunday, August 7th. It started at 3 p.m., and that field then became a parking lot, and now it's a field again, that Canada Games field. So,
rebirth.
History, yes, absolutely. Lots of history at that field, and that's where
I love it. There are very few good stories that go, and then it became a parking lot. So I'm glad to hear something else happened. That's wonderful.
And if it makes you feel any better, the facility they got there is way better than the one they had at the 77 games, not to take away from those games. And bold of them to have it outside, too, here in Newfoundland and Labrador as well. Here's Alberta. We have such a great night for soccer right now. It was really hot. It's cooling down now. This is picture perfect weather for these two teams. It absolutely is. We brought our best for these games, that's for sure. Moving forward is PEI, looking to make something happen. Off to the side and just dribble out of play as Alberta continues to pour on the pressure. And now they're going to get a free kick their way as well. 22 minutes in, over halfway through the first half.
Alberta seeing the better of the ball thus far, and PEI not looking bad at all. But Alberta clearly, they feel they've got some goals in this match. And after the opening match, as a neutral, I'd like to see goals. Let's make this game 7-6.
Yes,
have some
100%.
fun.
Let's make it a rugby score rather than a soccer score here. Couldn't agree more with that as that ball comes into the box, nicely headed away by PEI. And let's see what they can do here. One man back for Alberta. It's a 1v1. Welsh will calmly play it back to his keeper.
He had to do well there with that one, the way it bounced up like that, and he made the right call, sending it back to the keeper. You've always got that one sort of get-out-of-jail-free card back there.
Yes. Some nice footwork here from Darpo. We can see why he was the national champion in 2023. Obviously a stepping stone for that team. There's a challenge there. Alberta might be getting away with one as that's passed back. And they reset to this near wing here. Here's Rojas passing it forward. Now moving it through. Here's an opportunity. Flag comes up and unlucky for Alberta. It looked like it was going to stay down, but then it came up. An offsides call against Jackson Marchant.
Now, I'm not terribly surprised the flag came up on that play. A lot of the other players around there were not surprised either. It is difficult to get that timing just right. It's so pretty when you do, but it's not easy. That offside rule is the hardest thing to explain to new people that come into the game, come into soccer. What do you mean it's not just a big blue line painted on the field?
I've played soccer since I was 18 months old. I still don't fully understand the rule, which I probably shouldn't be saying here on the on air.
That's okay. We'll let you get away with it.
Chopped up in the air, and here's another opportunity for Alberta. Staying onside, it's a Bebe. Holding onto the ball, now they'll reset. There's Kyrie Welch. I'd like to point out, great athlete Kyrie Irving wears number 2. I don't know if Kyrie Welch got some inspiration from him.
Great speed.
Picks up the ball and drops it back out. Marchant whips it in. Knocked away by PEI. As they move the ball forward, that's a great ball, but interfered by Chahal. As that makes its way back once again.
It is tough with just that one lone target man, that one striker up top there, but if you can get that pass weighted just right, split it in there, you can create that breakaway you're looking for. And we've got to throw in a good position here.
Dribble out of play there. Great play by Diaz. Harding will throw it in. Comes down for Diaz. PEI in the corner, dribbling around, and that'll be smacked back out. And let's see what they can draw up here. They're in scoring position here as Harding will take the throw in. roll out of play, and now it's going to be a goal kick for Alberta.
Now, while we have a sort of a lull here for a quick second, let me just give a shout out to the Canada soccer team on site that have been helping us out with some pronunciations and just getting us the info that we needed to be able to bring you this. So thank you so much to the organization. Thanks so much to everybody here overseeing these games and helping out. It's not just the local volunteers, as amazing as they are, right down to the national governing bodies, and Canada Soccer has been good to us.
Yeah, and a specific shout out to Richard Scott, who came up in the broadcast booth and he said, "Can you give me your emails? I got some pronunciations." We were like, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." So a shout out to him.
Great defensive play.
Brilliant defensive play there.
It's Kyan Court sliding through to put that one into touch.
And Alberta fans getting going here as they're in dangerous territory. And here's a chance for Marchant. Makes its way back for Munoz. Nicholas Munoz. Back across for Welch. Back to Munoz. And Munoz will move it all the way back for Massey. Come Alberta flying in. It's Bolo on the wing, whips it into the box. Oh my goodness, Ethan Darpo almost had a brace in this one, but a great job by Anders Schmidt to track that ball down with some x-ray goggles there.
Schmidt just in the right place right there for that deflection from Darpo. Did a fantastic job staying with it.
Bolo working it back again. Wonderful passing by Alberta here. It's moved ahead and collected by Darpo, and he'll play it through. It's a Bebe in on net, and the flag comes up. He is offside.
Okay, that time I thought he was on, but I am not the linesman.
Well, again, very lucky I have Matt Little up here to help me out with the offsides rule. As much as a soccer fan and player I am, still can't get around to that rule.
I will default to the linesman every single time. He has a much better vantage point than I do here.
So PEI starting deep in their own territory here as they look to work it up. Look at this pressure by Alberta. It'll pay off. It's Marchant. Gets hauled down, and a free kick in some dangerous territory.
Yep, got a little bit of the ankle, looks like. But player should be good to go, just able to shake it off. And as you say, Seth, very dangerous. That's, what, 6 yards atop of the 18-yard box?
Yeah, about 24 yards away from the goal here. Let's see what they can do. This Alberta team is as feisty as a Canada goose, so let's see what they can draw up on this free kick.
Just going to put one man on the wall as they're expecting it to be swung in. And the referee's going to go have a word with everybody.
Emmanuel Gebeye on the free kick. 1 assist from that corner in this game so far. It looks like he's going to try to whip this ball in. Wouldn't hate to see a shot on net here either. And the referee's going to call out 2 players here. They're going to have a chat with Denzel Sharma, our referee for the game today. Whipped in by Gebeye. Through on goal. Ball is bobbling around. It comes down. They score! It's a second. It looks like that's Ethan Darpo. Like a ruffled ship, you can't just have one. He has 2 goals in his first game of the Canada Games.
And that ends up being more of a problem than just the great header, is that it drops, it ends up scrambly in front of the net as we get that second look. I need a second look. No, still not in. There it's in. You're correct, it's Darpo. He does have the brace.
So he has 2 in this first half. He is on hat-trick watch here at the King George V field. This is already a game he'll never forget. Here's Kyrie Welch working it back. Sent across as Alberta reset in their own end once again. It's sent all the way down the pitch, and it's Darpo. On 2 goals now. Collects the ball, waits, takes. Couldn't get the shot through traffic as that makes its way ahead once again. It's Nguyen. Up the field, it'll pop up and out of play and almost into the Alberta bench.
Now, if you're Alberta, do you try to feed the Darpo and get him the hattie, or hope he pulls extra defenders and opens up space for the other guys?
Oh my, that's a good question. I'd say I'd hope for him to pull open some space for the other guys, and then he might get a juicy rebound and tap in that 3rd goal. So either could work out for him.
Well, the juicy rebound worked on the 2nd goal.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're really good on these set pieces and on these corners here. A lot like Arsenal this season. Every corner for them was like a penalty kick. And something's going to go PEI's way here as they'll have a free kick in their own territory.
It really is just another dimension to the game. You know, you get in the trenches, you win those battles all over the pitch, but when you get the opportunities, the set pieces are a bit of a gift. Certainly not guaranteed to go in, but it's a higher percentage play than just digging around in the middle of the park. And when you can take advantage of those, it is very tough to stop.
Well, here's PEI. They could get a corner here, but beautiful dribbling in the corner. It looked like that was Luke Reed. Now coming to the box. Morrison will pick that up, and he'll hold on to it and have a look around.
Morrison, one of a few guys on this team that are listed having some time with the academy team with Cavalry FC, the Canadian Premier League.
He also has British citizenship as well, Blake Morrison, so soccer/football is in his blood.
Well, you can't deny that.
Makes its way down the touchline. Picked up by PEI, a risky pass up the middle there, but it works out for PEI. And now they're moving forward nicely here. Harding up ahead, beautiful touch. Some nice dribbling, but a beautiful recovery by Munoz. Now Morrison plays it up, what a ball. Here's a chance for Abebe. Abebe flying in on net. Nobody can catch him. He's like the Flash. He moves along, fakes. Oh my goodness, look at that footwork, but a beautiful block by PEI's defense.
Abebe with the lovely touch and then the acceleration to get down the field and get himself into that position.
Somebody got to get him on Dancing with the Stars with that footwork. It's passed over to Abebe again. He'll hand it off for Welsh, and it's going to be a corner here for Alberta.
I think it's a very deep throw. I think it just went on the other side of the flag. I stand to be corrected, but
I think Alberta. Yeah, I think you're right.
Either way, do they have anyone on the team that can do the long throw and pitch it right to the front of the net? Well, not this time.
That's hard to do. The overhead throws very, very hard. So kudos to whoever's brave enough to take those throw-ins. Chahal will move it along. He'll be picked up by Massey. Chopped ahead. Oh, what a pass to Abebe. Abebe staying on side. The flag stays down. Abebe from the side, and it goes off the side of the net.
The first touch just wasn't what he wanted. Came off the chest, kind of got away from him a little bit, and he was chasing it down. Did amazing to get there before it got to the end line and be able to get that shot. Just can't pull it back in front of the net.
I'm still live.
PEI looking to make something happen as that's passed up. Left off here for Nate McDonald. He'll move it forward and will be picked up by Turner Albert. Now passed ahead once again. PEI having a look, chopped forward. That'll be intercepted by Alberta as they move it down the far left side. Great hustle here. A chance by Gabaye. And just couldn't get it past the keeper. Great hustle by Anders Schmid to come out and bravely put his body in front of that one.
Not the first time we have used the word brave on Schmidt so far in this one. That was right to the edge of his area. He had to get on his horse and get there, and he did it.
This will go PEI's way here. Looked like Chahal was jumping up for a piggyback ride there.
Chahal not very happy with the call, but nonetheless.
You got to do what you got to do to defend, and that's what he did.
Well, good chance for PEI to get bodies forward. There's only one man behind the ball other than the guy taking the free kick, so they don't launch it.
I can speak for both of us here, Matt. Not used to calling games outside here. We're used to being locked in a cold hockey rink all season long, so it's nice and refreshing to be out here at such a beautiful venue in the city we love so much.
Go figure, the announcers do mostly hockey in Canada. You're shocking, right? So yes, enjoying a wonderful game of soccer. So glad to be a part of this, be a part of these Canada games. You and I are going to get to see multiple different sports, and of course, you can watch whatever sports you like. There's so many to choose from. It's all streaming everywhere, every venue, everything. You can check it out. Pick a sport you've never seen before. Check it out and see if you can figure out the rules. It's a lot of fun.
Well, here's Court with some fancy footwork. He goes to ground, leaps back up. Nice recovery from him, but he'll lose the ball now.
Court was definitely looking for a foul, but none given.
Here's Darpo. Nicely weighted ball to Gabaye. Usually Gabaye is the one giving him the beautiful passes. And now there's a chance for Alberta, and fired up as Nate McDonald to get his foot in the way of that one. Nice job from him.
Big block. So third corner of the match coming up for Team Alberta.
The 18-year-old center back from Charlottetown doing a nice job of getting his foot in the way of that. And PEI is allowed to have one overager, I believe, on their team for the Canada Games, for Canada Games soccer.
Yeah, the rules do change a little bit from team to team based on provincial population, just to try to keep things as fair as possible.
That's crossed in high into the box. Turner Albert will pick it up and attempt to clear. Bounces up in the air, comes back down, bouncing around still. Collected by Bebe, and he's brought down, and here's another chance, Matt, just outside of the box. This one might be in shooting range here rather than across. Let's see what they do.
Into the final minute of regular time here in the first half.
Man, this has been a fast game so far. I think I looked down, it was the 5th minute, looked back up, it's the 39th.
And a big difference between 2 goals and 3 at half if Alberta can make this thing go.
I believe that's Gabaye on the free kick here, just outside of the box. The kid from Edmonton to make this a 3rd goal for Alberta in the first half. He steps up, drills it on, he scores! Gabaye off the free kick. He's running to our camera. What a brilliant goal from him. It's 3-4 Alberta.
Took a bounce on the way in, but it finds its way through all the bodies. Going to be 2 extra minutes added on here at the end of the first half. That has been all Alberta as far as the offense is concerned. Just went straight through, took a hop as it goes into the net. And a fantastic finish on the free kick.
Well, that play was as sweet as Canadian maple syrup. What a beauty from that young man, and what a game he has had. He's my man of the match pick so far, I think. Not to take away from the other guys.
17, Emmanuel Gébéyoulou. But d'Alberta par le numéro 17, Emmanuel GBU.
2 minutes of additional time here in this first half. 3-0 lead for Alberta, but don't let the scoreboard tell the story. PEI still battling hard. Beautiful turn by Court. Now Maine will pick it up. Nice clearance there, and now this might spring an opportunity for Alberta. And offside flag is up.
No, don't take your eye off anything, especially still in the first half here. I was actually watching some basketball earlier today before coming down here to this venue. And at one point, one of the teams was up by quite a bit. The other team hadn't scored a single basket, down like 20 points. I went to do something, came back, and suddenly 12 points up on the board for the other side. So never count anybody out.
You're absolutely right. No game is over until the final whistle, and you think of the miracle of Istanbul in 2005. Liverpool down 3-0 at half, came back and won the Champions League in a penalty shootout. Passed it to the box, makes its way up. Here come PEI. Moving it forward, and it looks like that's going to do it for a wonderful first half here at the beautiful King George V field. My name is Seth Hyde, alongside Matt Little. What a fantastic first half, Matt.
That was absolutely wonderful football, especially if you're watching us from out west in Alberta. You certainly enjoyed that one. 3 goals on the board for Alberta as we take a look at the highlights. And coming off set pieces have been the story of the match. That one, the corner, the header, the bottom of the bar, and in to open the scoring for Team Alberta. First goal of the game for Ethan Darpo. We get the scramble.
Even more set-piece luck from them.
It's Darpo once again. Yes, all 3 goals were set pieces. And then the third one. No, here comes the third. Rifled through, down low. Skips into the net, and that is the goal for number 17, Emmanuel. You've been saying the name a lot. Help me out.
Gabeye.
Gabeye, thank you.
All right, well, it's a sizzling summer evening here at King George V field. PEI are down by 3, Alberta up by 3. Again, both teams playing absolutely phenomenal here, folks. We'll see what this second half has in store for us, and we'll be back. Oh, so it's over. Yeah, I'll be quick. Do you guys want anything?
Okay, thanks for PEI. You hear the racket down here. You know that. Who's getting your cheer going?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to King George V Field. My name is Seth Hyde alongside Matt Little. It's a 3-0 lead for Team Alberta in the first game of Group C at the 2025 Canada Summer Games, live from the oldest city in North America. It's live from St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. Matt, what did you like about that first half?
Well, if you're Alberta, there was lots to like about that first half, mainly their work on set pieces, as it led to all 3 goals. If you're PEI, I mean, that's the place you want to clean up, I suppose. If you're going to make that slide tackle 25 yards from your own net, you better make sure it's all ball, because you don't want to be giving up any more of these set pieces.
You're absolutely right. They've got a hat trick of goals off set pieces in this game, and I think that's going to be a story of their tournament, if I'm being completely honest with you. So we'll see what happens in this second half. Can PEI amount to an incredible comeback, or will Alberta hold out the victory? Here's Morrison. Passes it ahead. It'll be collected by Rojas. Rojas moving it along. Drop back again for Chahal. Picked up by Gabeye. What a first half from him. A goal and an assist. Goal off the free kick, assist off the corner. Now it's Massey. Back over Alberta, looking to move it ahead. It's Rojas along the side. So Jordy Gidney in for Alberta, number 19. Forward for them, 16 years old from Calgary. Plays for the Calgary Rangers. Here's Morrison. High kick ahead. Goes way up in the air. Luckily, there's no more sun in the sky because that would have been difficult to see. That's sent right up into the Alberta section and out of play.
I noticed another change there at the half as well. This one, Prince Edward Island, number 16, William Dunn, leaving the match, and coming in, number 11, Cole Gindon, into the match for PEI, if I got that signal right.
That one once again goes up into the Alberta crowd. Don't know what everybody got against them. Sent back in, collected. As Alberta calmly playing it ahead. Beautiful passing along the sideline here. Still moving it forward. That's headed up and almost into the broadcast booth. So luckily, I was a goaltender, Matt.
Oh, good. I feel safe. You know what? I will take a soccer ball coming toward me over a puck at 90 kilometers an hour any day of the week. So I feel safer here along the sidelines than I do in the rink.
And definitely, if you got your arm up to block a hockey puck, it'll still hurt and leave a bruise, but if you get your arm up to block a soccer ball, you'll be fine.
Well, I'm just going to let you handle it, Mr. Goaltender.
Oh, you're putting me to the test here, Matt. Listen, there's a reason why I'm not out on the field for these Canada games, that's for sure.
Another set piece coming for Team Alberta here.
And you got to think, too, that PEI might be in their own head a little bit now about this. They've given up 3 goals off this set piece, so now it might be a bit more of a fire drill in their own box to clear the zone.
Well, they had halftime to go over, talk about things, and hopefully get out of their own heads and calm down, focus on the job at hand.
In comes the ball right into the box and nicely headed away. It will be a corner for Alberta. Gabeye on the corner kick here.
Goaltender might have been trying to come out to play that, but the defender came flying in. It was a good defensive play.
Hey, Iman. Hey. Yeah.
So Gabeye plays it short off the corner. He'll get it back. Takes his time, lifts it in, and it'll be cleared away. And here comes PEI running after it. Makes its way up and into the PEI section now for a change.
Great job by Kyrie Welsh there to realize, I don't want to let the PEI get in on a break here. I'm just going to play this one into touch. The right decision.
Moved ahead, it'll be collected nicely by Marchant. Work back to Welch. Who had gold at the 2023 Nationals and bronze at the 2024 Nationals. So does this mean he's going to get silver at the 2025 Canada Games to follow that pattern 3 years in a row? Who knows?
You got to complete the whole set, right? Well, I'm sure he wouldn't mind 2 gold.
No, no one would complain about that, that's for sure. Here comes Gabeye. Gabeye wrestled to the ground. That'll be cleared away. Chahal moves it ahead. Excuse me, that's Maine looking at the wrong roster there. So Welsh taking the throw in. PEI fans have come alive here to try to boost their team to ring the twine. Ball sent into the box, collected nicely. Schmidt.
If the Island boys can just get this counter to work once, you make it 3-1, you make it a 2-goal game, you get a little momentum back on your side, you get the crowd making some noise, right back in this thing. But the next goal that comes in this game has got to be for the team in white and green.
Well, here comes Alberta with the noise, clapping back at PEI. And now it's a battle in the crowd here too, Matt.
And we mean by cheering, no one's throwing any haymakers or anything. Let's just be clear when you say that.
And let's hope it stays that way.
Now, hey, things have been pretty friendly here. Now, I said we're on the first day of competition, but things have been friendly here. Everybody's having a good time at the Canada Games.
Well, Newfoundland and Labrador is the province of friendly. Everybody here is friendly and treats you like family. So we hope that everyone that's traveled has had a wonderful stay here. I know you guys have only been here for 2-3 days, but we hope you're having a wonderful time in our province. It's worked back, collected by Nunez. Now it's passed ahead to Gabeya. Down the wing, Welsh hustling hard to get to it. He'll just give up at the last second. A lot of play. Fans starting to kick up once again. Nguyen look to move it forward. Makes its way ahead. We drop back. Monroe. Back to Morrison. Chahal will pass it across. Chahal was on the U15 Nationals All-Star team in 2023. PEI play it forward. It will be collected by Monroe. The 18-year-old striker from New Glasgow. Alberta twisting and turning on the sideline, and now away they go. It's Darpo speeding through. Darpo passes it off for Gabeya. It dribbles back out, and it'll be covered up by Schmidt. A nice recovery by the PEI goalkeeper.
Very good. Got to be quick. Got to smother that ball. He's able to pull it underneath the body and settle things down.
Well, the floodlights are fully on here at King George V Field, and what an atmosphere for this game here tonight between East and West, Alberta and PEI. We hope you're enjoying it at home, wherever you're watching from.
The lights just give it that big match feel, you know? It's just a preliminary round game. It's the opening game for both of these teams, but it feels like a final sometimes when you just get that right environment for it.
You're absolutely right.
And we've already talked about, you know, how short this tournament is for soccer. You get 2 preliminary games, and if you want to play for a medal, you've got to top your group. It's that simple. The 4 group winners are the ones that go on to the semifinals. Everybody else is still going to play, but it's going to be more for placement. So there's no real room for error. You got to come out of the blocks on all cylinders.
It's a hard tournament to play in, that's for sure. And like you said, 1 loss or 1 win could set you up for failure or success here at this tournament. Here comes PEI, and here they come. Sending it down the wing, it's Harding going after it. The kid from Stanley Bridge plays for Central Queens Clippers Soccer Club back home in PEI.
Good pressure on the keeper, but Alberta able to deal with it, get it away. And that fast, they're back on the attack.
That attack was nipped in the bud nicely here, as it's Diaz. Nice back heel, left behind for Nguyen. Nguyen, another beautiful back heel, played through and nobody home, as that'll make its way down for a goal kick for Alberta, and some subs coming in here. So out goes Santino Rojas, and in comes Garrett Smith. Great game for Rojas. Really, really well done for him.
I was trying to do this.
And Smith coming in, you say?
Smith is checking into the game. 16 years old from Calgary, plays for the Calgary Rangers.
14, Garrett Smith.
And a shout out to Michael Cake, our bilingual stadium announcer here. Substitutes at my high school, Gonzaga, so a shout out to him. And the volunteers is what's fueling this event, Matt. This year, 5,000 at the 2025 Canada Games. In 1977 here in St. John's, we had 6,000 volunteers, so Newfoundland and Labrador shows out for these big events.
Miscommunication for Alberta there. Ball flicked forward, nobody home.
And here come PEI now. Fancy footwork up the other way. That ball's given away to Muniz.
Alberta substitution, number 14, Garrett Smith, replaced number 8, Andrea Santino.
Passed through the crowd, but headed away once again by Court. And Court couldn't get it forward, and Alberta will have a free kick.
Just a little bit of grabbing in the midfield. Remember, this is the one where you don't use your hands.
And luckily there's no VAR here in this. We talked about it in the first game. You get a lot of handballs being caught here in this. Hopefully there's no hand of God goals like the 1986 World Cup.
Certainly not expecting anything like that. Our media team, Universal Media, has been fantastic, providing us great shots all throughout this.
You're absolutely right.
But no, they are not used for VAR.
Us commentators be nothing without the media truck. So a huge shout out to the cameramen, to the guys in the truck, our producer, the guys on the graphics. All these people is what makes our voices heard. So a huge shout out to them. Here's Massey. Look for Welch. Now he's going to give it to him again. Welch kicks it all the way back to Morrison. Morrison will pass it off, and miscommunication there, and makes the ball roll out of play.
You got to talk to each other out there.
Here's Maine. Up ahead, he'll collect the ball back again. He chops it up high and right at the ball boy. Down on the touchline, and another sub coming in for Alberta.
Ethan Maine, I do believe, is going to be, after these games, heading off to Nova Scotia to attend Acadia University. Going to be playing some soccer there. So, as a former Valley guy myself, go Axemen.
Well, Ethan Darpo heading out of the game with 2 goals. Great game from him. And in comes Lucas Coleman, another boy from Calgary. Played for the Calgary Villains. Cool name for that club. Passed up through. PEI looked for offsides there as the ball rolls up. And it rolls out of play, and a goal kick coming up for PEI.
Good job for Alberta to get Coleman in there and get Darpo off the field. You know, you see that a lot in soccer, and you might look at it and go, he's scoring your goals. Why are you taking that guy off of the pitch? Well, it's hot. This is an intense tournament that happens really, really fast. You got to save a little bit of energy, and you want him to have some goals in the next game, too.
You're right, and Alberta got a pretty comfortable lead right now, so maybe they want to save them for their next game.
I'm not saying this game is over by any stretch of the imagination, but certainly Alberta in the driver's seat.
So 54 minutes in, the wind's starting to pick up here, making it a cool night and keeping those mosquitoes away for us, Matt, up here in the broadcast booth. As the city of St. John's falls asleep for day 2 of the Canada Summer Games. Here's Harding collecting the ball. Played back by Turner Albert. Alberta will intercept once again. Passed over for Massey. He'll drop it back to Morrison. Passed across once again. Sent over one more time for Welch. And he'll swing it all the way back for Blake Morrison. Alberta working both sides of the pitch here as that's moved along. Holding on is Coleman, the sub. Turn the ball over. Coleman putting the pressure on. He steps up for it, and that'll dribble out of play.
It's a great job by Blake Morrison, the Alberta keeper, in this match. He hasn't been the busier of the goaltenders, but he's been vocal. He's been directing traffic. When the ball goes back to him, it's because he's calling for it. He's directing his players where to go, what to do. He's been in charge of what's been going on, although it's the offense in control here.
Well, there's a shot by Gabaye, and wonderfully turned away by Anders Schmidt, making a beautiful save.
Oh, yeah, well, let's talk about the other goalie now. Schmidt with a gorgeous save. The keeper's looking good at both ends. That's a very nice stop to stretch out to the right.
Yeah. Slow.
Well, PEI is a good goaltending tandem. They got Anders Schmidt, who's been playing really well. Again, don't let the scoreboard tell the story here. He's made some crucial stops for them. And Ethan Gossells was a Canada Youth Cup Golden Glove Award winner in 2024 and was at the Whitecaps Combine in 2023. So those are two guys you'd love to have in between the sticks. Makes its way into the box, pops up in the air, bounces around. And I thought we were going to see a penalty kick there. I got pretty excited, but it's going to be a yellow card against Alberta, as Nate McDonald is in some discomfort, but he'll be okay.
First card of the match, I do believe. That comes off the 5th Alberta corner of the match, so good job from PEI to be able to deal with that one. And we talked about the set pieces in the first half. All 3 Alberta goals in this game have come off of set pieces, so every time there's a corner and you can turn that away, you know, that's a big check mark in the book. That's a job well done.
Well, in the 1977 Canada Games, just taking another throwback, the results in men's soccer goes as the following. Winning the gold was Team BC, second was Quebec, third was Ontario, fourth was Team NL. So that was the top 4 in 1977, and will we see any repeat teams in that top 4?
Another substitution for Alberta. Number 11, Jackson Marchand coming out. And Beckham Lawyer Beswick, number 12, coming on to replace him.
Here's Schmidt. Wonderful passing here. Moved along the side. It'll be turned over to Coleman. And Alberta will reset. Pass ahead, chopped up in the air nicely. Beautiful play there by Lower Beswick. Another sub coming into this game, playing for Calgary FC U21. And some shifty work from him. He goes to ground. But it's going to be a nice challenge here for PEI. They're going to get a goal kick out of this. Well done from them.
And we've been throwing it back to those 77 games. The last time the Canada Games were in St. John's. Of course, this is the 3rd time the Canada Games have come to Newfoundland and Labrador. The other time was in 1999, the Winter Games out in Corner Brook on the west coast of the island. Of course, that's where Marble Mountain, the big ski hill, is out there, so it only made sense. And they got the new, well, I guess it's not new anymore. It's over 20 years ago, but their arena was built for the games, and it is a very nice spot when you go out to the west coast to be able to take in a hockey game.
And that's where the opening ceremonies was held, at the Corner Brook Civic Center, and it also was a celebration of Newfoundland's 50th anniversary of Confederation with Canada. So that opening ceremonies also showcased some of Newfoundland's history. They had a Viking boat, you know, stroll in, and very cool ceremony. Recommend going and watching it on YouTube. And that was Newfoundland's and Labrador's biggest medal total in any game, summer or winter. 19 medals for them in those 99 games. Here's Alberta, working it back into their own territory. It looked like they were going to go on the attack in their own end there. They were flying down the other way, as Morrison will reset. He sends that high and almost into PEI territory, but they'll intercept and they'll have a look.
PEI just still looking for that one goal to try to get something bouncing their way.
Here's Nguyen. Even one goal for them could change this whole game.
Flags up.
And an offsides call coming up against PEI. And it looks like we have a PEI sub coming in here. So out goes Luca Harding. In comes Jet Hebert. 15 years old from Charlottetown. Plays for the Sherwood Parkdale Rangers. And he's coming into the game. It looks like we have another sub coming in here. It's going to be Luke Reed. Coming in, 17 years old from Summerside. He finished 4th place at the U15 Club Nationals in 2024. Well, it's Blake Morrison. He moves it along. Robson Massey. Passed ahead. Garrett Smith moves it along. It'll be picked up by Munoz, and he'll play it through. Coming out boldly to play it is Schmidt. He'll kick that all the way down the pitch. Alberta resetting once again. They're so good at building up the attack as they make their way down the pitch. Here's Coleman. Drops it back off for Lower Beswick as he's brought down hard. Nate McDonald has made a lot of hard tackles, and they've all been clean, so well done to him.
It's thankless work sometimes. You know, we say the names of the strikers over and over and over again as they get on the attack, and it's the defenders in there that are doing the hard work.
Yeah, the defenders do the dirty work. It's just like our crew here at Universum. You know, everybody talks about the commentators, but it's always the camera people and the people in the van, and so it's much like that in sport as well. The defenders don't get enough credit. I fully agree, and I'm not biased. Pass up here. What a beautiful flick by Beckham Lower Beswick as he comes in. No wonder his first name is Beckham. He gets those skills from David as he picks it back up again.
I would imagine that's where the name came from. I can't imagine that was just picked out of the air and they didn't know who that was.
Very, very cool name at that as well. As Welsh will pick it up. He sends it back to Morrison. Speaking of David Beckham, it's a British citizen playing it up. It's headed back. Collected and picked up by Welsh. A bit of a miscommunication by Alberta, but they avoid a PEI attack there as they make them reset in their own end. Passed up the middle, nobody home. It's going to be intercepted, and it's Coleman who moves it back. Picked up by Welsh. Welsh will push it ahead. Bouncing into PEI's box, and that'll be knocked away by Ethan Main.
Good job by Main. He's in too close to the goaltender to try to give it back to him. It would have created a bad situation. Best play you can make is just put it into touch.
Well, just 16 minutes left to game 1 of Group C. Alberta with a 3-0 lead. Live from the 100-year-old King George V Stadium. Here's PEI. Oh, almost sprung on the attack there. It'll be collected by Hebert. Substitute. Moving along with the ball and some fancy footwork by another substitute, Luke Reed. Comes over for Turner Albert. Losing the ball. Sent through. Picked back up once again. A nice fake. And here's an opportunity for Alberta. It's a chance for Gidney, but a wonderful defensive play by PEI as they look to bring it back down the pitch.
Couldn't let it go with the left foot. Tried to pull it back to the right and just ran out of time and space.
Sent back over to Chahal. Back across to Munoz. Brilliant ball through, but once again he cleared away by McDonald, who's been a big X factor for PEI in this game. Here's Lucas Coleman. Holds on, now it's Gabeye to Coleman, back to Gabeye. Nice passing, it's into the box, it's a chance, and oh my! Jordy Gidney couldn't get enough on that one. A nice attack by Alberta, beautiful passing.
Yeah, if only able to connect a little bit better. There was one defender back, did just enough to interrupt that scoring chance.
It's reset by Massey. Picked up by Gabeye. Alberta maintaining possession for most of this game here as Gabeye will pick it up. Passes it off, and here they come. Gwynn moved it down the side, and it's going to stay in Alberta's possession as Maximus Gwynn will take the throw-in and send it back. Passed over to Smith. Smith plays that back. Massey throws it over. Chahal. Cross on that far right side. It's Gwynn. Moving it along. Sent ahead for Smith. Smith to Welch. Passed up to Gabeye. Gabeye works it back. Smith bringing it all the way back to Massey as he looked to play it ahead. That's turned over. Now a chance for PEI, and almost came up and hit us again. Ebert will throw it in. Passed over to Reed, who goes to ground. Still manages to get the pass off. Here's Diaz. Passes it through. What a through ball, but nice defending. Beautiful defending by Maximus Gwynn.
Now the arm was down. He was pointing, I want it here, and just the ball didn't come in fast enough.
Well, Maximus Gwynn is an ex-black belt in Taekwondo. And maybe that's where he got that shielding from. I don't know Taekwondo, but I guess that helped him out. I don't want to see him break it out here on the soccer field. That'd probably get him a red card. Here's Beckham lawyer Beswick, trained with Red Star Belgrade.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. Beckham lawyer Beswick, trained with Red Star Belgrade, and Borjan, the starting goaltender for Canada, or former starting goaltender for Canada, helped him set up the trial.
Pretty cool. You got Milan Borjan on your side helping you out.
Started in the 2022 World Cup for Canada and the qualifiers as well. He was fantastic for our men's national team.
I'll always remember Borjan for the playing in the cold conditions with the long sweatpants that were on.
Yes. Yeah, that was quite a fun time to be a Canadian men's national team fan. That run to the World Cup and then the Copa America last year. And star of the Copa America, Jacob Schaffelberg, played in the Canada Games for Nova Scotia. Maritime Messi is some column. Here's Maine. Plays it up the middle. Collected by Turner Albert. Holding off the defense is Coleman. And working it back. Alberta calmly passing the ball around. Looks like 3 subs are coming in here for PEI as they make their way up, and now they'll have a chance to come in here. So our first one, Kai Diaz, coming out of the game. Coming in is Ian McLaughlin of Summerside PEI, plays for PEI FC. Ethan Main coming out of the game, and then comes Frank McNutt, 17 years old from Charlottetown, plays for Winslow. And our last sub, Kean Court, coming out of the game, and coming in is Parker Monroe, 17 years old of New Glasgow of PEI FC. Turner Albert collects the ball. He's been great for PEI in this game. Comes across for McNutt. McNutt up to Nguyen. Picked up by McLaughlin. And reset for PEI. Here's Turner Albert. Albert plays out high and deep into Alberta territory. Sent ahead. Headed down on the ground. Sent back. Shifty move here. Played over to Gabeye. Now up the middle. Turnover once again as PEI has a look. Collected once again, sent into the box. Hard hustle here, but Monroe couldn't get there as he continues to put on the pressure. Comes down, all the way in the air. McNutt looked to play it ahead, but that's turned over. And here's a chance now. It's lower Beswick. Beswick bends that into the box, and up in the air goes Schmidt to glove that one down.
Another good take by the keeper. Alberta not letting up as we're inside the final 10 minutes of regular time.
Goals matter in this tournament, and Alberta still trying to run up the score here before the end of this game. PEI looking to at least get one into the back of the net to help their goal differential as we head into the final 8 minutes of this game. It's Parker Monroe resetting the ball. Sent ahead for Frank McNutt. It's going to be Garrett Smith passing it up through, and that'll go out of play for a goal kick for PEI. Well, it looks like here on our monitor that the goaltender has a pencil in between his ear. I don't know if he actually does, if that's hair dye, but don't know if he has some homework to do here while he's in between the pipes. Nguyen passes that ahead. Comes back down. PEI moving it ahead, and now they'll get a free kick in their favor. Sent it to the box, comes up in the air, bounces down. Picked up by Monroe, and looks like Alberta disagreed with the call. Welch got confused with the basketball team there, trying to swipe the ball away. And now that'll go Alberta's way.
Definitely things a little bit physical here as things wind down. You want to be careful, avoid any yellow cards here, needless to take right at the end of the match.
Well, the Nguyen with the challenge there. And the Alberta faithful still cheering on their squad. Lower Beswick, turn that over.
As you've said already in this match, Seth, I mean, goals matter when you're trying to seed teams. If you end up with the same amount of points or something, then your goal differential is going to make a difference and could mean the difference between playing in a 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th place game and playing for a medal. So even if you think, okay, we've got this, we're going to get the 3 points, you got to keep attacking.
You do, you're absolutely right. And you, like you said earlier, PEI had the closest 10th place finish you've ever seen, and that's because goals matter. Sent back to McNutt. Moves it ahead. Will be picked up by McDonald. Oh, what a brilliant ball from him. And now maybe an opportunity. Winden moves it in on net, and a nice block, and now another chance. 2 big blocks by Alberta's defenseman Robson Massey. And now that'll be picked up. PEI moving it ahead. Alberta thought that they'd get a free kick from that. Now that's going to be cleared away, and now they might get a chance anyway. It's Jordy Gidney, third best in beat test all time at his high school, Churchill High School. Matt, it's safe to say he has pretty good pace.
Yeah, if you're a record setter in the beep test, I don't know when the last time you did it. Long time since I've done it. That means you are fit as they come.
Well, here's Welch. Welch holding onto the ball. Oh, he's hauled down from behind. Will we see a card here?
Caught the back of the ankles, but they're going to let it go and just a foul here. But it's going to be a free kick right at the side of the box. A dangerous opportunity. Prince Edward Island back in action tomorrow. They will be taking on Team Yukon. That's at 4:30 p.m. at the Canada Games Complex over by Memorial University.
They won't have to go far for that game. Residency is just around the corner.
Alberta will take on the Yukon territory on Tuesday.
Well, it looks like Welch might be leaving the field here. We hope that he will be okay and will be able to return, as he is a key player for Alberta.
I think he's going to come on and take the free kick.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no. Got my Alberta players mixed up. He's having a little conversation with the referee about whether or not he can come back in, but I don't think the referee is going to allow that right now. And he'll take a seat. I mean, there's 2 minutes left in this match. If there's any sort of knock, there's no sense to push anything right now. Take your rest. You got till Tuesday before your next game. Somebody else can sub in.
And like you said, this tournament is so short. Like, if you get a red card, you're done for 1-2 matches. And that's pretty much your whole tournament. So you don't want to ruin this for yourself, ruin this amazing experience. As here comes the free kick from Gabeye. Gabeye gonna be bold and go on net. Keeper bobbled it just a little bit. Gabeye will get it back. He'll whip it in again, and PEI will clear that away. And away they go.
Can they break the counter late?
And that's gonna be sent all the way down. Makes its way back to Schmidt, and he couldn't catch that the full way. Took a funky bounce, and it's gonna be a corner for Alberta.
Yeah, funky, a good word for that one, as it just sort of came off the end of the foot, off the pitch, and up into the 10th row back there. Ball boys very quickly on it.
Oh, he gets a high five from Gabeye. You know what? I don't think I'd wash that hand, because I think someday he's going to be on Team Canada. That kid's going to remember that in 10 years when he's scoring in the World Cup off a free kick.
Sometimes Canada could use some help on the set pieces.
There's Gabeye into the box. Alberta fans still going strong. Same with the PEI crowd. They didn't come all this way for nothing. They're playing for the pride of their province. Ball pops up in the air, makes its way down. Losing it as Alberta works it back into their own territory, almost intercepted by Harrison Monroe. His brother's Parker Monroe. So two brothers on the same team. Here's Gabeye. Drops it back. Passed ahead. Here's Gabeye collecting it once again. Gabeye along the top. He holds onto the ball. Still dribbling along with it. Plays it back out for Gwynn. Gwynn into the box. Pops up in the air, comes down, cleared away. Massey will kick it over. Now it's rolled along by Munoz.
Into our 3 minutes of added time here in the second half. 80 minutes complete.
Sent sent into the box, and what a quick day this has been. Myself and Matt got a tough schedule for the next 3 days, rugby sevens, but we're pumped for it. And we'll be back here at King George V Field on the 14th and 15th for the playoffs. So we're fired up for those days.
And there are so many sports to enjoy going on. If you want to continue to follow men's soccer, coming up tomorrow, BC takes on Saskatchewan here on this field at 7:30 p.m. local time tomorrow. As mentioned, PEI takes on the Yukon at 4:30 at the Canada Games Complex. Nova Scotia Northwest Territories will be here at 4:30 p.m. And Manitoba takes on Newfoundland and Labrador at 7:30 at the Canada Games Complex tomorrow, and that will be rocking for the home side.
And hearing that they are trying to get that game moved here to King George V Field, so we'll see how that goes. And that's going to be a
not surprised that Team Newfoundland might want that, to get back on what, really is their home field.
They could block this place too for that game tomorrow. Alberta holding on. Passing it all the way back to Morrison. Morrison kicks that high and ahead as they keep it moving. It's Gabeye with Welch trailing behind him. Gabeye on his left foot, plays it through. It comes to Welsh. Oh my goodness. Oh, what an attempt from him. I thought we were going to get our backflip.
Absolutely gorgeous attempt. I mean, a wonderful setup, and what can you say? You said it earlier in the game, and you're absolutely right. Here as we get to the end of the game, Gabeye has been just all over everything throughout this entire game. Easy man of the match for Alberta. Ends up getting one in the back of the net and did just about everything else. Thought he set up another one there.
And I'll give Kyrie Welch his flowers as well, wearing number 2 of the Alphonso Davies, great Albertan soccer star. And what a game for both these teams. Again, going down 3-0 after the first half is tough, but PEI not giving up with that fighting spirit that they always have. Great job from PEI. Team Alberta with an unbelievable showing here today. Matt, tell me about this game. What did you see out there?
Yeah, it was a good game for Team Prince Edward Island, without a doubt, but it was Alberta's day when things come right down to it. They scored 3 goals, all in the first half, all off of set pieces. That really is the story in what they were able to do. They controlled the pace pretty well in the second half, but they had already done so well with those set pieces in the first half that Alberta was in the driver's seat, and they continued to be throughout the entire game. Hats off to them. They played a fantastic game, and PEI again right back at it tomorrow as they'll take on Yukon.
Phenomenal game, phenomenal day here, Matt. It's been a pleasure to be with you here today at King George V Field.
Teams lined up for the handshakes here at center. Handshakes after every game. You love to see it. Sportsmanship. That's what it is all about here. It's competition. Everybody wants to win. But as one of my old sports role models used to say, we can't all be winners, but we can all be good sports.
You're absolutely right. And here's both teams saluting their fans and their parents.
And listen to the noise.
Well, look, this was daylight here at King George, and that's the first goal. Barred down. It was Ethan Darpo off the corner kick, and look at how excited they were.
Once again, off the set piece. This one ends up in the scramble. Goalie makes the first save, but can't find the second. Put in as he was getting back to his feet.
And we're not done yet. It's the set piece hat trick. Gabeye right along the ground, taking one final bounce. And that was the third and final goal, all scored at daylight for Alberta. Gabeye with an unbelievable game in on all 3 of those goals. Never got credited for the assist at the second one, but he was still a big part in it. Well, folks, King George V Field as dusk falls here. What an unbelievable day of soccer. Folks, be sure to be kind to one another. Stay safe. We hope you enjoyed the show from wherever you're watching. I'm Seth Hyde alongside Matt Little. We will see you next time live from St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador for the 2025 Canada Summer Games.